Hey everybody, this is your man PSTOCK, the host of iHipHopTV.com live, seen on iHipHop, iFreedom TV, International Roku Network, Saturdays, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and can be seen on. Just follow the scroll. You know where we are. You can find us. Tonight got a guest on the. This is again the iHipHopTV.com one-on-one series we're running. And we got another guest straight off of the Mad Money Militia Global first annual international independent hip hop artist music awards. We have HILLREYE Banks. What's going on, HILLREYE? Talk to the people.
Everything's well. Everything's well, Peace Stock. Good to be here. And good to be talking with y'all. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yes, yes. Oh, no problem. It's good to see you over, to come back through, to make it through. I mean, and I felt kind of bad the night of the show. Your video got snubbed, So, I mean, it was accidental. So much going on, people coming in at one time, so it made it a little rough. But we work it out. You're in the house. So, what's going on? So, how long have you been doing music and rapping per se?
Music and rapping, honestly, it hasn't even been that long. I feel like music has just been inside of me my whole life. I thought I was going to be a dancer. But for the past maybe 7 years or so, I've been delving a lot more into rapping, even working out with my vocals and, singing more and everything like that. So it's been definitely under a decade that I've been doing this so far. Yeah.
Wow, wow, yeah. So that you've been at it for a minute. So
Yeah.
who would you say are your biggest musical influences that's out there?
My biggest musical influences. Whew, that's like such a question. It's like asking who's your favorite artist. You're like, how
Yeah,
do I pick?
basically, what artists influence you, or
Yeah,
motivate you to really get out there and just hit this thing hard, take it by the neck, and just go hard.
I will say a specific artist didn't really kind of hit me to make me go hard. There's been artists that have been influences in the way that I rap and the way that I write,
Mm-hmm.
uh, things like that. But as far as being the influence on just me getting out and spitting,
Yeah.
it's been my husband. He's
Oh.
the one who I feel like recognized my talent immediately and just kind of took me to where he needed me to be. But as far as influences, I'm a 90s baby. So I have a lot of Lauryn Hill, a lot of MC
All right.
Light, a lot of
All right.
Ludacris,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, other artists who maybe are more underground and things like that, Immortal Technique, and just certain people kind of that I just feel like I vibe with. Music my mom used to play, even in bringing it back to the church, Kirk Franklin, who was making it stomp, on
Yeah.
Sundays. So it's
I
just
had to stomp.
yeah.
Now, now, your husband, does he rap also, or does he do music or involved in any way?
He's more on the manager
Okay.
aspect. I always tell him he has a really great ear for
Mm-hmm.
music. He's Haitian and Dominican, so he has a really great ear just for
Mm-hmm.
music. And he's not only, I feel like, seen what's in me and kind of brought me to this point, but a lot of other people that we work with and collab
Mm-hmm.
with. He's out with my freestyling, with my just aspects that I didn't even think were a part of this. So I feel like he can do a lot of these things, but it's just not his main goal.
Right.
Um, yeah, yeah, but he's I feel like he's well versed in a lot of this. He has his hands in a lot of different pots when it comes to the
I
music. Yeah,
got you. I got you.
yeah.
How has the COVID-19 pandemic affected the way you do music? Has any changes that made you change your approach in any way, or you know what I'm saying? With the virus going around, studios are more scarce. Or you're skeptical about going into certain studios because if they sanitize. How has it affected you?
It definitely impacted me a lot. I was in the middle of working on my debut
Mm-hmm.
album, um,
Mm-hmm.
113, and when that hit, it definitely kind of put a big pause and, like you said, a big worry on everything because you don't know what's open, what's not. You don't want to catch anything. You don't know what it is. You don't, everything. So everyone's just trying to take
Mm-hmm.
precautions. But it definitely delayed a lot of studio time. It delayed a lot of music video time that we could have been getting together because we're all trying to be safe. We're all trying to be healthy. We don't want to expose anybody to anything. We don't know what it is, head from tail.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to make sure we approach it right. But it definitely, the only thing it hindered, I feel like, was the parts where, like I said, I have to go to the studio or the actual video shoot. But as far as my writing and just putting stuff out there, I built my own home
Mm-hmm.
studio.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so I've also tried to create different avenues to where I can still fulfill, the music to the level that I feel like it would
Right.
be. But like, yeah, the only thing it really halted was a lot of people, person to person interaction, and just the kind of timely rollout of my debut album, which is going, to be out there soon. It would have been sooner, but like you said, with COVID, it definitely caused a bit of a delay, but never stopping. Got to keep going.
Say it ain't gonna
Yeah,
stop.
never,
It ain't gonna stop.
never stop, won't stop.
Well, that's you can't, especially if it's your passion and you love it, you got to go hard, and just go all out, to do what you want to do, live your dream, and that's one of the
Right.
things. Is there anything that would be like a characteristic or a style or something that you bring to the rap game that sets you apart from others? From other artists, other rappers.
Some extracurriculars,
Yeah.
you're talking about. Um, I will say this is another good question too, because it's kind of like, well, what do you like best about yourself? And people are like, oh,
Hmm.
well, I can't,
Well, you got to look at yourself and be able to critique yourself, and you got to have thick skin. You can't.
right.
Because not everybody's gonna feel your music. Not everybody's gonna, per se like you or whatever. And you want to. You go out to go, but people are people.
Right, right, right. And they're entitled to their opinion, and everyone has a different feel and everything. You got to be ready for it. And I feel like something I bring to the table, I know one thing I've always talked about is just my vocabulary. I'm in school, I read, and just not even just that, but just I'm very more so in tune with lyricism. I love
Yes.
beat fast beats. I would say vocabulary along with cadence. I have a
Hmm.
particularly quick cadence. I'm bilingual, so I speak Spanish and English. So sometimes I'm speaking English and people think I'm speaking something else.
Hmm.
And so when I like a hard hitting track, I
You can
immediately
slip
want
the
to,
tongue easy on them, right?
yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
goes, and then with the vocabulary, I feel like I want people to hear me. I feel like a lot of my influences have been MCs or rappers with a particularly intricate, substance filled, fast cadence. And
Yes.
on top of that, I just, where I'm coming from, especially out of Boston, there's not a lot of artists out of Boston that I feel like are that prominent. And so for me to be living in this demographic and to have the vocab that
It's
I do in
hard.
the
It'll
and
be
the
hard. Yeah. How is the community up there? I mean, the only artist when I think back since you said that, the only
yeah.
artist I can think of is Guru. From Gangstar, out of Boston. That's the my man.
Yep, yep, Guru.
Bald head slick.
Yep.
He know. Yeah.
Definitely that's like I don't even know a lot of, like you were just saying, Guru. Like I don't even know a lot of male artists that I can say that are like super prominent. I know Millie's is out here. Bia, as far as a female, Dutch Rebel.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there's a lot of local people that I'm with, but as far as like what you're talking about is like known people that are like out from here. I know Cousin Stiz is from out here.
Yeah, people that have come out of Boston, and I'm even thinking about producers now. They're just probably, I don't know. Even off the top of my head, I can't say if anybody else from like rock or pop or that genre. I know there probably is. There's an exclusive music school up there in Boston area. I know, so I know a lot of musicians pass through there.
Oh, Berkeley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Berkeley's the place to go. I've recorded there before. I have friends who go there. Yeah, definitely. Berkeley's a big, big, big music school. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You surprised I know about that, huh? Because you
I
you don't hear a lot of people talk about it. A lot of as long as I've been dealing with music and around, I haven't maybe I can count on one hand, probably two, three people that ever even heard of it that
Right.
know they're
Right.
talking about it. The Berkeley Music School. Yeah, I couldn't think of the name of it, but I know it's there. I have a lot of connections in that area as well, with relatives, older relatives that retired from like working at Yale and Tufts and stuff like that up in that area. So, yeah, but the music scene up there, what would you, I mean, describe it? Is it embracing rappers in Boston? As far as do you have good followings from local people? Because some cities, like when I lived in Philly, Philly was very, 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 very tough in Philly to to get home support. I mean, people just don't support the local artists. At home,
Right.
and where I'm at now here in Pittsburgh, it's like producers. Wiz Khalifa blew out of here. And the kid Mac Miller came under him. A local guy, Jimmy Wapo. I don't know if you ever heard of him. Artists come out of there. So the music scene here is blowing up. I mean, it's a music scene here. You can get deals out here. I hear a lot of rappers I never heard of getting deals. Is that situation the same for you up in Boston? Is that community vibing like that, where people are looking and starting to pluck artists out one by one, or in situations?
Um, I will say the music, like everything that we have accessible to us here,
Mm-hmm.
nothing short of anything that I would hear of in, Atlanta, Pittsburgh, Miami, anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, the morale and kind of putting people on and people getting plucked out and kind of being, put on and having those platforms where they can kind of be seen and, everything like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'd say out here, a lot of artists, what I like is that when you're affiliated with people that you know of, or when you're working in the same circles, because like-minded people working on music together,
Yes.
um, when you keep hustling, going nonstop, you're guaranteed to cross paths
Mm-hmm.
with certain people. Whether they be in the industry or whatever it is, that can definitely help gear you.
Yes.
But
Yes.
as far as being a place where I feel like that happens, I feel like Boston is talked a lot about, but I feel like low key we're a little slept on as well.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
uh,
There's a
I
lot of
feel I
places
feel like
like that.
yeah, I feel like with Boston you could pop here, and there's been people that have popped, but I feel like especially being someone in Boston, I feel like sometimes we either feel like we have to go somewhere else to where you can kind of be seen a little bit differently
Mm-hmm.
than you are here.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, that has a lot to do with, like you said, supporting your local artists. Definitely, we have to be out here supporting each other. Sometimes, no matter where you go, there's people who aren't supporting,
Mm-hmm.
and
Is the
that's a
community supporting y'all? Like before the pandemic hit, was there venues and whatnot that open their arms to bring in hip hop community to come and perform and do showcases and promote and market yourselves? Did y'all have a lot of spots like that to work from?
Oh, we had a lot of spots. I feel like we have a lot of spots that you could go and do a show at. We have the Middle East nightclub in Cambridge where a lot of people go. We have Naga.
Yeah.
There's a whole clubs,
Naga
a place.
sounds familiar. That sounds
Yeah,
familiar to me. Cambridge, you talk about it. What's there? Harvard? Ain't that Harvard? Yeah, yeah.
yeah. In that area with all that. There's a whole bunch of places where you can go and perform. I myself and my husband that I was speaking about earlier, Philasso,
Mm-hmm.
we in Waltham, which is actually like 25 minutes outside of Boston.
Yeah.
If you're ever in Waltham, definitely check out off of Moody Street the Rhino Lounge, and that's actually a lounge. It's a lounge and bar
Mm-hmm.
where we hosted something that we entitled Outspoken Word, which was a different platform and venue
Mm-hmm.
for artists to come weekly and just present what they had. We would record them, let them get their social media sites out there so they could get more viewing.
Mm-hmm.
Everything on the Outspoken Word, Instagram, Facebook. So we've also facilitated our own place to do that, just because there's so many places. There's places, not I won't say so many. There's places like that in Boston, but as far as places that are local and accessible to people with or without vehicles and just certain demographics,
Mm-hmm.
uh, was a great place, venue just for so many people and artists to come and kind of put their stuff on a platform. So we've also created something like that, ourselves.
Ourselves. Yeah, yeah, that's good look right there. That's good look.
Yeah,
Get it popping on your own. You don't need
you
nobody.
know, if
Make it
someone got to
pop
do
on your own, right? Right? You don't need
something,
nobody. Well, plus y'all close to New York too. Y'all can dip down to New York and touch markets once the pandemic and stuff is wiped out. So, I mean, that's why I say Boston's interesting because you're so close to that major media hub, and with New York. So, I figure it won't take long. You catch on, you can spread it out. Now's the time where everybody's quarantining and locked down to get it out there using social media, and that's what you pretty much have been doing. Tell the people, what you have out there now that they can go check you out and where you have it.
y'all can all definitely come check me out. Welcome to it. All social media platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, you name it. You can find me at HILLREYE, HILLREYE. I have a song out, a couple tracks from my album, which is entitled 113. That's going to be released.
Yes.
Yes, within less than a month. We'll talk about that. But I've released 3 singles already from that album.
Okay.
PGA,
Okay.
yeah, PGA, which is Pretty Girl Anthem. Love is Free. And also I have a song called On It, featuring Philoso, who is my manager
Yeah.
that we were talking
Yeah,
about.
your
Yeah.
husband, right? Yeah, yeah. That's what I
Yeah.
call my
So
wife, my manager. So
yeah, we
I
wear a lot
know.
of hats. Right now I got, Hillary's hat on, and when we're done, I'm gonna have Sharice's hat on. So
Yeah,
we wear
that's
the hats. We're a bunch of different people.
that's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it. But it's
Yep.
always good too to have specialized people, that's pulling for you and working with you in the corner to help you, get to those next levels and help you reach your goals. And I think you sound like you got the head on it, so you know what you want to do. So your album, you said you got 3 singles out there. Are those the singles that's on Spotify and everything that people can go listen to now?
Yes, you can definitely go listen to those. When you check out my Instagram page, you'll definitely see from the drop dates, even the cover shots of those. But yeah, go on to Apple Music, type in Hillary Banks. Same thing with Spotify, and you'll see that. I also have other collaborations that you might pop up on out there. I've worked with other groups. Our homeboys, Mass Money. Shouts to Mass Money,
Okay.
STP, Muna. A lot of people within the Wall fam, Boston area, that I've collabed on. So
Mm-hmm.
this album is very important to me because it is my album where it's just me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not me collabing. It's not me working with someone. It's not someone featuring me. This is me.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So you'll be able to catch those 3 singles. Definitely a lot of the collabs, freestyles, YouTube as well. You'll see a lot of freestyles, anything. But this album is very, very hitting close to home and heartfelt because this is literally all me.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. That's your baby right there, right? You're
Yep.
birthing it. The first one. You want it to get done. So that's good. So how many songs total do you plan on including in that project?
There are 8, technically 7. The last one's a bonus
Mm-hmm.
track.
Mm-hmm.
I say bonus just because it was going to be released as a single, and not only released as a single, it wasn't going to be. And then everybody knows music. It's a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than a word. It's a thing. And so it turned into one of those things. And I was like, I can't let this just sit by. So it's technically 8.
Mm-hmm.
Include the bonus track with the 3 of the singles that are already out now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what's up. And it helps too, Dark Diva, meeting people, reaching out with social media. You meet other sets, and then you wind up meeting people like me and people, and you wind up on first annual history making, first annual Independent Hip Hop Artist Awards shows and everything. So your presence is there. You're there, and it's going to continue building from there. We're gonna build with you and help you promote and everything else. And Dark Diva definitely keep us up on it. Keep us up on what's going on with you. Keep up. Dark Diva got it popping.
Oh, she do.
Mad Money
Oh, she.
Militia. Yeah, it's popping. Right. Right.
There's the Diva Militia. We got the
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's popping, it's popping. So Hillary, can we hear something? You're gonna give us a little, give us a little verse. Give the audience a little verse and let them know what's going on up in Boston.
I got you. We'll do young queen from the bean, dropping bombs like it's numb. I ain't really with the shit, something like a quiet storm. Right, dig me to the core, dropping hammers like I'm Thor, taking names and numbers you ain't know. This the greatest show. Call me Banks, I don't chase it. Let the money come to me. Lyrical rap sheet, looking like murder in first degree. Niggas sweating me, they need degree. I'm hotter than the perm, talking flow and physical. The realest, don't fuck what you heard. Got bitches living cause I'm living. Now don't that sound absurd? Defecating, I be shitting on competition. I'm persistent. Catch a licking if you itching. Know some bitches that'll grab you by the kitchen. Fuck with it and catch me slipping. I ain't with it. Boss bitches, the beginning, never forget it. I'm the creator. I'm the past and present. You the remnants. Y'all just bound to choke. Y'all motherfuckers all afraid like the condom broke or something.
HILLREYE Banks, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, putting it down from Beantown. You know, making it happen. You know, that's what's up. That's what's up for blessing us. Thank you. So that, you know, let people know that, you know, it's serious in Boston as well. You know, it's serious. The serious, right?
We're working. You got to support your local artists, 100%. Yes, PSTOCK. Yes.
Yes. So any shout out you want to give to anybody or send anybody out there?
Out there, number 1%, 100%. I definitely, just like you would your wife, I got to shout out my husband, Philosopher the Earthian, because without him, I wouldn't be doing none of this. I wouldn't be in this interview with you at all. I'd be writing poetry. I'd be in my notebook underneath my bed. So I love him. Our son, Elijah Prince, he's the next Chris Brown / MJ. Okay. He's going to be in videos, just so y'all know. Y'all can follow him on Instagram @Prince_melanin24. He's the next thing popping, and he's only 6, so that's really some shit. But
it really is, huh? It really is. That's got housebroken. That's got potty trained, right?
Yes. Shouts to Mass Money. Shouts to Debo, Muna, STRMAP. Shouts to, you know, everybody just in Waltham and in the Bean. Everyone who's attended, Outspoken, Robert at Rhino Lounge. Just everyone who's been a part of this musical journey, and everyone who has something to bring to the table in the Boston, Mass area. Just shouts out to you. If you know me as HILLREYE, y'all know I love and appreciate y'all. So peace, love, and light all the time, always.
Yeah, that's big. HILLREYE popping. HILLREYE Banks. You know, we're going to keep it popping. Any last words before we go? You know, any advice you want to give to somebody that's coming up strong, young, like a couple years you're going to be giving your son that advice. So right now, because female rappers are coming on strong, you know, I have a soft spot for female artists. You know, I worked with a lot back in the day, you know, recently in the rap stuff. So, you know, so I like it and I listen, you know. So any last words you got to say? What's going on?
I will say that it's never no last words. It's the end to the beginning.
Okay.
And as you end one journey, you begin another one. I will say that love is free, and so is support. So give it out. And another thing I will say is just continue to do what you're doing. Don't look too much at what other people are doing. Take from it, but don't let it deter you from what you know you can do. And don't ever say you can't. Don't ever say you won't, because you, just like you don't know what you're capable of. Like I said, you don't know what you're capable of. I didn't think I was going to be rapping, and I'm rapping. I didn't think I was going to be a mom. I'm a mom. I didn't think I was going to be a wife. I'm a wife. So you never know. So don't dampen your possibilities before they become actuality.
Great advice. HILLREYE Banks.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be seeing you soon. We'll be seeing and hearing a lot of you soon.
100%. Thank you so much, PSTOCK, for having me. I appreciate y'all.
No worries. Peace and blessings.
Peace and light.
All right. It was HILLREYE Banks. Yes, sir. Straight out of the Escape from Reality tour. Contestant. She was in the categories, you know, one of the best female rappers. You know, so up and coming, you got to keep an eye out on for that. You got to make sure that you up on it with that. You know, with the music, with the Beantown music. The females are hot. They stepping up. They stepping up for real. They are stepping up. So that's where it's going. And on that note, we're gonna sign out. You will definitely want to keep up with us. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us at Aludine19. #Aludine19. #iHipHopTV. Check out iFreedomTV. #iFreedomTV. Big up to Dr. Richard, people to make it happen. But I'm PSTOCK. Peace and blessing. This has been iHipHopTV.com one-on-one series.
We love this book, How to Find Mr. Right.
Yes.
Absolutely love it.
If you haven't read it, you're missing out.
Make sure you buy it.
Read it.
Okay, so I followed the steps in the book and I found Mr. Right.
Me too.